Rangers' transfer business shows no signs of slowing down as the club weigh up their next big move. With questions still hanging over key positions in the squad, the Ibrox hierarchy are exploring fresh options down south, and reports suggest their latest focus has turned towards a surprising Premier League name. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Nobel Mendy's move to Rangers is officially off the table. The highly anticipated transfer has collapsed at the final hurdle, with the Senegalese defender failing to clear his medical. Rangers and Real Betis had already shaken hands on the financial side of the deal, a €3 million package complete with a 20% sell-on clause heading back to Seville. For days, talks between the two clubs were described as intense but productive, and by all accounts, the 21-year-old looked destined for Ibrox. The plan seemed straightforward. Mendy underwent his medical in Barcelona on August 13 before travelling to Glasgow to finalise the switch. Yet, what should have been a formality turned into a deal-breaker. Sources close to the negotiations suggest it was the outcome of that examination which forced Rangers into a U-turn, with the Ibrox hierarchy pulling the plug after reviewing the results. The shock development leaves Mendy in limbo. He remains in Seville, but his path at Betis looks blocked. Manuel Pellegrini had already written him out of the script for the upcoming campaign, excluding the young defender from both pre-season preparations and recent training sessions. The message from the Chilean coach was clear: Mendy was surplus to requirements. Once tipped for a new chapter in Scotland, the Senegalese international is now staring at an uncertain future. His next move? For now, that remains an open question. Now in a move for a Premier League defender, Brentford left-back Jayden Magoma is on Rangers' radar as Jefté nears his return to Brazil, with the club stepping up attempts to bring the defender to Ibrox on loan. Magoma, 19, moved to the Premier League club in a deal worth up to £10 million from Southampton in the summer of 2024, and spent the second half of last season back in the Championship on loan at Preston. Rangers are in the market for a left-back after agreeing a fee of £6 million for Jefté to move back to Brazil and join Palmeiras. The England under-19 youth international joined Southampton in 2022, and worked briefly in the club's first team with current Rangers head coach Russell Martin. Magoma has also represented England at under-16, 17 and 18 levels. Having previously played for Spurs before making the move to St Mary's, he signed his first professional contract in 2022. He is adaptable and can play outside or inside full-back, now Spurs boss Thomas Frank said after Brentford signed the left-back last summer. There is still a lot he can learn, but Jayden is a player we have a big belief in. Jayden is an England youth international and one of the biggest left-back talents this country has. Again, we had competition from other clubs, so we are definitely doing something right. Russell Martin says he is hopeful that Rangers will sign Jayden Magoma from Brentford. Martin was then asked after Rangers' 4-2 win over Alloa Athletic in the Premier Sports Cup yesterday whether a loan had been agreed. He replied saying that he is hopeful Jayden Magoma will be a Rangers player in the near future. On to match and Rangers' performance as a whole, Martin told Premier Sports, "We started the game with real intent and then scored. We can't then sustain the intensity all the time. I saw a few too many moments in the first half that they shouldn't get. But there was lots of good stuff. There will be a lot of players that will be better for this. It's Manny's first game, Mikey's first game, and the guys around haven't played pretty much. There's a lot to be really excited about. And it's my job to always want more from the players and us as a group. So we'll look at it and we'll learn from it. I'm pleased with where we're going, but we have to keep working always." Jefté was signed by former technical director Niels Koppen, and the club will recoup a fee nearly 10 times what was initially paid for him. The 21-year-old, who joined for a deal in the region of £800,000 last season, represents Martin's only senior left-back option, with Ridvan Yilmaz free to move on this summer. Besiktas, Ridvan's former club, are interested in re-signing the man they sold to Rangers 3 summers ago, but the two clubs remain apart on valuation. Meanwhile, youth academy graduate Robbie Fraser has joined Dunfermline Athletic on a permanent transfer, ending the left-back's long association with Rangers. Martin used Max Aarons at left-back in the early games of the season, but has since switched the on-loan Bournemouth defender to his natural right side. The head coach has a preference for defenders who are flexible to move inside or outside and protect against transitions centrally, with final third width predominantly coming from wingers. Yefte, by contrast, is a defender more comfortable by the touchline as a traditional overlapper, with an ability to progress play individually using his ball-carrying ability. Yefte and Oscar Cortez have been left out of the squad for a Champions League playoff against Club Brugge, with Thelo Arsgaard and Mikey Moore taking their place. The club have been heavily active in the English market this summer as they seek to rebalance the squad to suit Martin's playing squad. Aarons from Bournemouth, Jada Gassama from Sheffield Wednesday, Nasser Giga from Wolves, Moore from Spurs, Manny Fernandez from Peterborough, Arsgaard from Luton, and Joe Rothwell from Bournemouth have all moved to Ibrox. Oliver Antman has also joined from Go Ahead Eagles after an impressive 2024/25 Eredivisie campaign. In other news, former Sheffield Wednesday coach Chris Powell insists Rangers got JD Gassama for an absolute bargain thanks to the Owls' financial plight. Gassama made the move from Hillsborough to Ibrox this summer for just £2.2 million, and he's already made a massive contribution, which could see that fee repaid almost 20 times over. The 21-year-old has hit key goals in both of Rangers' Champions League qualifiers so far against Panathinaikos and Victoria Plzen respectively. Only Club Brugge stand between them and the league phase of the competition, which brings £40 million in prize money. Wednesday are in the grip of a financial crisis, with fans desperate for owner Dejphon Chansiri to sell up and relieve the pressure. Players are being sold to pay the wages, and as a result, Powell reckons Gassama went for much less than he would have under normal circumstances. They've sold a couple of players under value, he told the No Tippy Tappy Football podcast. Definitely a young boy has gone to Rangers, Gassama, exceptional player, sold to pay the wages. Another player went, there's the young goalkeeper, Pierce Charles also linked with Rangers. I think he is another asset who might go. They've had money from the Premier League, their share, so they've been able to just settle a few debts. But if it's not sold and he's not funding it, how do you carry on? As for Charles, the Telegraph claims Rangers and West Ham walked away from a deal. The Ibrox club reportedly launched a £1 million bid along with the Hammers, but bafflingly neither received a response, so have moved on. And that could leave the path clear for Strasbourg, who are interested in doing a deal for the Northern Ireland international. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.